Hi everyone, and welcome back after a full month and a bit. It's been like, I don't know, a month and a few days or something. But this month has been super busy and it's been awesome. I had thought about putting a video up last weekend, no, the weekend before, but I thought no, I'm going to wait until I come back from Rhodes because I just wanted to share all of it with you. This whole month has just been fantastic, like really awesome. So this is going to be a slightly longer video. Oh, they're a little bit hyper just now. They missed me so much. It was my first time being away from them for so long. So apparently they missed me. Right, where to start? So yeah, prior warning, this will be a longer video because I just have so much to talk about, really. I'm going to turn the music down though because that's really loud. There we go. Now it's just like background noise. Anyway, so where do I start? The weekend after I had put my last video, I had a lovely geek out, right? Excuse me. Oh, I've got the cold, by the way, again, but we'll come to that later. Yeah, so the weekend after my last video, I woke up in the morning, I was like, I want to go do something today. So I messaged my friend and I said to him, I was like, do you want to go for coffee? Because he's like a total geek as well. Like, he loves all the anime and that sort of stuff. And I just found a DVD I lost ages ago. Anyway, so I said to him, do you want to go for a coffee and to go up and, what was I doing? I was booking my tattoo. That's what I was doing. And I wanted someone to come along with me because, you know, I was absolutely freaking terrified. So, I booked my tattoo that day and then we went for coffee and we just chatted for so long about geek stuff. And I don't get to talk about geek stuff that often with people because I don't have a lot of geeky friends really. So it was really good to be able to just geek out completely, and I did a lot. Most with Attack on Titan because it's my favourite anime, but the manga's really good as well. I fucking love the manga actually. I can't wait for the next one to come out. I don't know if it might be out already, because it's round about like the 7th or 8th of the month. I don't even know what day it is today, to be honest, which is not good. No, it's not, because Monday's the 9th. A, it's my brother's birthday, and B, I go back to work on Monday. Cannot be bothered. However, we'll get back to that. So that day was absolutely fantastic. So I booked my tattoo, and that day I had booked it for the Saturday the 28th. However, I got a text from one of the guys at the shop saying that the girl couldn't do it that day. Hypercat. Hey honey. She's sitting watching this guy. But yeah, so I got a text from the guy saying that the girl that was going to do it couldn't come in that day. So I asked if we could get it done a bit earlier. The reason it was actually going to be so late, instead of it being, I mean I would have got it that day if I could have, but I was going on holiday of course. And I mean I went in the first week in September, and it was like 3 weeks until I went away on holiday, and it was just too short time to let the tattoo heal. So it wasn't getting done then, it's getting done after the holiday, but of course I am ginger, so I burn super easy. You'll actually notice that I don't have that much of a tan. It's not just the light, I don't tan at all. I'm either white or red, that's it. Although when it's like, when you actually see me in life, I'm actually a little bit more brown than I normally am. This is me with a decent tan, by the way. So yeah, I had to wait for at least 3 weeks when I came back from my holiday to make sure that if I did get burnt, it wasn't going to be too bad. So my brain just keeps going, no, not today. Anyway, so after that was awesome. I mean, that was a really good day. Again, just be able to just geek out completely. I love being able to just geek out. Because as I said, I don't really have that many friends I have friends that watch anime, and I've got friends that you know, like the same kind of animes as me, but they're not like me into it, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm like super into the ones that I've watched and the mangas I've read and stuff. Whereas the friends that I talk to don't, like, they're not, this bit of hair is really annoying me. If you've not noticed, like, you wouldn't brushing it. But yes, they're not like, they're not as bad as me. So anyway, it was really, really, really good to have such a geek out, and yeah, that was awesome. So what happened after that? I had Dundee after that, and Dundee, I love Dundee. I didn't have to drive this time. Every time I've went up to Dundee for a party with friends, I'm always driving, but I didn't have to. My ears have popped. But yeah, so every time I went to Dundee, I've had to drive, which sucks in a way. I love the drive. It's a really, 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 really nice drive, but at the same time, I can't really enjoy myself a lot with drinking, because I need to drive back the next day, so I have to be relatively sober enough to drive. Real sober to drive, not relatively sober enough. But even having a drink the night before, I've got to watch what I drink, because I know that I have to drive the next day. So my sister drove this time. No idea what she's doing over there. My sister drove this time, and she drove all the way up and all the way back, and it meant that I could just get drunk, which was really, really, well, no. She wasn't driving so that I could get drunk. She was driving because she wanted to drive to Dundee, and I was quite happy to let her, because again, I just wanted to kick back and relax, and we had a fantastic time, really. I put up photos on Instagram if you want to go and have a look at them. I was very drunk, and it's just like, as you go through the photos, it just get worse and worse and worse and worse, until, like, me and my best friend, there's a photo of us when we went to Rock Ness, which is a music festival up at Loch Ness. And I was really drunk. I mean, how does the photo go? I'm pretty sure either me or Tony, my best friend, were like this, and you know, it was really, 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 really bad. I mean, I've not ever put that one on Instagram, but that was like 9 years ago or something like that. I was only 17 at the time, and we were both really, really, really drunk. But there's a photo that's went up, I put on Instagram from the Dundee night, that kind of tops, well, not tops that photo, it kind of, it's like on par with how drunk we were in that photo. It's really, really funny. So Dundee was really good, and we went out on the Sunday. It wasn't just me and my sister, there was me and my sister and my other best friend Laurie as well. She came up with us to see Tony, and there was Tony's boyfriend and his friends as well. So I mean, it wasn't like a massive party, but we had a really, really good time. So on the Sunday we all went out into Dundee town, and I love like going into the city centre just and seeing all the, like, everything. I love it, absolutely love it. But it was really good to see my best friend again. I've missed seeing her. We don't see each other that often because she lives up in Dundee, and it's, I mean, going up there, it's only an hour's drive, to be honest, so it's not too bad. But it's a bit of a nightmare because she lives all the way up there and I live down here. She used to live 10 minutes down the hill from where I used to stay in Bo'ness. She was just 10 minutes down the hill, and that was it. And I was there, and that was it. But now it's like an hour drive just to go and see her. So it's a bit rubbish, like, because she lives so far away. But at the same time, I get to go up to Dundee whenever I see her, so it's awesome. So Dundee was really, really cool. And the drive back was horrendous because there was so much traffic, but I was sleeping, so it was fine. What happened after? Oh, that's what happened after that. Comicon. Oh, absolutely loved the MCM Comicon in Glasgow. We didn't dress up. I was going to dress up as Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, because that would have been like probably the easiest one for me to do. But I'm actually glad I didn't dress up because it was so freaking roasting. It was so hot in the SSE. I initially actually wore my hoodie, my Attack on Titan hoodie, but it was just too hot. I genuinely couldn't wear it because it was so hot. I wore this instead, and I was still really, really hot. Sorry, my nose went all runny again. So guys, so we got up super, super early. I was up on time. My sister didn't get up. She was meant to pick me up at 7:30, and she woke up at like 7:05 or something. So we never got away till a lot later, so by the time we got through there, we had bought the priority entry tickets so that we could get in early. However, that didn't work because by the time we got there, because it was so late, we had to wait in the queue for 45 minutes. Which wasn't actually too bad. When you actually saw the queue, it was just like enormous. I think I've got a photo. If I do have a photo, it's going to appear round about here. if I've actually got a photo, because I'm pretty sure I took a photo. But if not, then that's just completely pointless. Anyway, so, and we eventually got in, and it was massive. Like, I've been to the SCCC before. I can never say, I don't know how many S's and how many E's are in it, but I'm pretty sure it's the SECC. Or something like that. But anyway, I've been there before, but it's always been for gigs. So there's like, or concerts, but I don't know what you all call them. But so there's always like tons and tons of people and no space to move. So it always seems like really small. Well, not small, but like, I don't know, shut up. I know what I mean, but I just can't get it across. But then, I mean, it was just so huge. Like, it was awesome. Like, really, like, I couldn't believe how big it was. But, I mean, like, as soon as you got in, right in front of us was a shop for, it's called Tokyo Toys, and it's where I get, like, all my anime bits and bobs, all my keyrings, which I've got an obsession with. And so I was in my element. I was like, oh my god, yay. There was so much more anime than what I thought there was going to be, like anime and manga. But I think there was only 1 or 2 stalls for the manga. There was tons for DVDs, there's tons for like keyrings and stuff like that. But there wasn't as much like comic book stuff like Superman and Spider-Man and stuff like that. There wasn't as much of that as what I thought there was going to be. And we took my little brother for his birthday, and he's into a lot of the sort of sci-fi comic book world type stuff, like Spider-Man. There was a lot of Doctor Who actually, I noticed that, which he's right into Doctor Who. But at the same time there was 2, I think it was the 5th Doctor, I can't remember what his name was, but it was the 5th Doctor and Janet Fielding was the other woman's name. They were both there from the Doctor Who like thing. But there was a lot more to do with the sort of anime and manga side of it than I actually thought it was going to be, so it was pretty cool. For me anyway, I loved it because there was so much there for me. There was a Levi body pillow, but it was 40 quid and I didn't have 40 quid to spend. I literally didn't have it on me. And but I would have bought it like that. Like, I had to stop myself from going somewhere, finding a bank and coming back. I don't know if you've noticed, but the light just got really different there because it's getting dark outside now. And I mean, it's not that late actually, it's only about 6 o'clock. But it is October now. So yeah, where was I? But when we got in, anyway, me and my sister, I'm 26, my sister's 28, and but we're not like, well, I'm a big kid. I think we're both big kids, but we're too mature to show that side of us in public, really. Like, people sit and we'll have like our childish moments when we're just sitting in the house and things, but when we're out in public, we're, you know, proper adults. But when we got to the Comicon, we were, don't I say what we bought? We bought these as soon as we walked in, and we walked about all day with them on. We bought ears, and they go floppy. They're so cute. And I bought the black ones because I was wearing black, and she bought the white ones, and we literally walked about all day with our ears on. And I would do it again, but it's because they're my people there. All the people that were there, they were all, sorry, I'll take these off because all the people there were all like us, and I mean, they don't care when you're there, and it was just, oh, it was awesome. I mean, the fact is that, I mean, the amount of people there that loved the same stuff as what you loved, that was the best part. And I mean, there were so many people cosplaying as well. I knew there was going to be some people cosplaying, but I didn't know there was going to be so many people cosplaying. So I really enjoyed that. I think if we go again, we're going away to LA in a couple of years, 2019 hopefully, fingers crossed if it all works out. We'll be going over for the Anime Expo. But if we ever go to that, like any other ones, we're going to dress up, because I mean it was fantastic seeing how many people were actually dressed up. And again, I was going to go as Kaneki, but when I actually thought about it, because it was so hot in there, I mean, can you imagine wearing that mask when it's so hot? Don't know. So I'll probably end up just going as me again, but or something like cooler so that I can breathe, because it was really freaking hot. But yeah, so we went to the panels. We went to the Power Rangers panel, which I was super, super happy about. And obviously I'm anime daft. Like, I love all things anime. But Johnny Young Bosch, I love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic. But I know him from anime. Like, and then I found out, like, I saw that he was coming to the Comic-Con, but he wasn't, like, on any anime panels. I was like, that's a bit strange. But he was on the Power Rangers panel. I was like, what? So I went Googling, and I found out that it was one of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was like, no fucking way. But he was, and I was so excited. So there was 4 of them there, and I couldn't actually tell you. I think there was the yellow Power Ranger, the black, the blue, and I can't remember. But anyway, that was awesome. Seeing them there. I think maybe the red. Don't know. But so that panel was really good. That was for an hour. And then the biggest reason I actually wanted to go to this one was the Attack on Titan panel. Not just for Attack on Titan, but for Bryce Papenbrook and Trina Nishamura, because they two are just fantastic. I absolutely love them. So that panel was great fun, really. And I really, really wanted to get Bryce Papenbrook's signature on my drawing of Rin. But, I mean, the queues were massive, and I wanted to meet Trina Nishamura as well, but again, the queue was massive. So I went to queue to meet Bryce to get the signature on, and also I really couldn't afford to get her signature. It looked on the website, it said free, what I thought it said, free with whatever comes with the magazine. I don't know why I thought this, but so I thought, well, I'll have to buy a magazine, which will probably be about £7 or £8, and then you get an additional one for, like, an additional signature for £20. And I was like, well, I can't really afford that. But what it actually was is they were both sitting together, and they were signing something that, like, a photo that was provided by MCM Comicon. They were signing that for free, both of them, and then you paid £20 to get the other signature. So I went up, and like, it was only when I was standing there, and like, oh my god, I would love to say that I was really, 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 really cool about it, like, and I was like talking to them, and no, I was literally shaking because I was so excited to meet them, because I love the two of them. They're just fantastic. And I mean, Trina's a kind of a new find of mine. I think she's absolutely fantastic. I've watched a few more things with her in them, not since the Comic-Con, but like more recent, whereas Bryce, I've watched so much with him in them. I mean, like, all my favourite anime have got him as the main voice actor, like Sword Art Online and Seven Deadly Sins and fucking Blue Exorcist, you know, all of them, they're all like my favourites. And he's the main male lead in them, so I was like, oh my god, yay. So I was so nervous, and I was like, where that was, it was so freaking hot as well. I was like, oh my god. So anyway, when you actually got up, and they were both sitting next to each other, and I mean, Bryce had a guy standing with him, and Trina was like, come on, and I was like, what, really? And I went up, and I was like, hi. I was like so nervous and so shy, and I was like, I was so awkward as well. And I was like, I wish that I hadn't been, because at least then I could talk to them a little bit more, because I mean, Trina just seems so happy, like really, really, really happy and excited, and my type of person, really. And Bryce just seems really, really lovely, and it was lovely. But anyway, so this is what I got them both to sign. Like, this was the thing that was provided free by MCM, and it was I don't know if you can actually see their signatures because of the light. It was like Kid Aaron and Kid Mikasa, and they signed them both, and it was really, really, really cool. So I've got that, and I'm keeping it in a little Polly pocket because I don't want it getting ruined, especially because I have cats. And this, I was so excited. So they both signed that, and then I put this down in front of Bryce, and I said, can you please also sign this? And obviously I paid the £20 for it, but I mean, it's nice to ask. So he signed it. Look. Oh, it's totally backwards. Mirrored. It just says, to Rebecca, he's got his signature and Rin, son of Satan at the bottom. But he signed it, and he asked me questions about it as well. Like, he asked me how long it took, and I mean, to get it to where I was happy with it was a couple of hours. I mean, I go in now and again and I'll go, well, I can change that bit and I can change this bit. And but that's what I say to him, I took about a couple hours, it was like, really? It was really good, and blah, 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 and I was like, oh my god. So I was really, really excited, like, and I was so nervous. I really wish that I had spoke to them more, because of course, when's the next time I ever got to meet them? Like, really. It was fantastic that I actually got to meet them at all. Yeah. So that was really, really, really awesome that I got to meet him. And Trina as well, because, I mean, Trina's so nice, but I barely said anything. I was like, hi, thank you, I'm Rebecca, thank you. Because I was so excited to meet them. But no, again, I wish I'd said a little bit more, and I wish I could say that I was really, really cool about it, but I really wasn't. I was just another fangirl, really. I was like, oh my god. Oh, I bought Levi as well. Hold on, I'll actually go and get him because he is the cutest thing ever. Hold on. Right, so look. Levi. And he's got his little thingies. And he's so cute though. But they had them like a lot cheaper because the plushies are normally quite expensive. Or they're not expensive, super expensive or anything. But they're more expensive than what I'm really willing to pay for a plushie. But they had them on cheaper at the Comicon, so I was like, yeah, I'm getting a friggin' Levi. And he's so cute. Look, he's got the little wings of freedom on his back, and on the back of the jacket as well. There's so much detail in it. It was really quite cool. But yeah, so he's got his little ODM gear, and it's so freaking cute. He came to Rhodes with me. But anyway, so yeah, I bought Levi, and I added 2 new key rings to my collection. One I can't show you because it's with my full set of keys, which is in Bone S just now. I'll explain that in a minute. But I got this guy and his little mask. Is it going to focus? It's not going to focus. But he's so cute. Look at him. Look at him. But they had these all cheap as well. All the key rings, and of course I am keyring fanatic. I love key rings. I've got some kind of weird OCD about buying key rings. I actually have a weird OCD about buying sewing kits. If I see a little sewing kit somewhere, I've got to buy it. But yeah, so that's my little Kaneki keyring, and the other one it's got the Wings of Freedom. It's got the military police and the garrison and the cadet corps, all the wee like symbols. So I've got that, and it's really really cool. So what else I'm pretty sure I bought something else because I spent a lot of money. But no, I didn't spend that, like, I didn't actually buy that much stuff. I got my Levi, I bought my 2 key rings, the signature from Bryce, and I bought me and my brother lunch as well. But I really, 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 I was so desperately wanting to buy the body pillow of Levi, just because it was so cool. And I like Levi. Actually, I like Levi so much that I was so happy with this, right? I don't know if you've ever actually seen No Regrets. It's a 2-part OVA. I'm pretty sure I spoke about it in my last video as well. It's a fantastic, I mean, I can't remember how I watched it. It came up somewhere and I was sitting watching it anyway, and I thought, this is really cool. I mean, Levi is my favourite character. I love his character, I just love everything about his character really. Especially the fact that he's so short. He's not so short, he's the same height as me actually. And like, that sounds really, really weird, the fact that I know that, but I can't remember why. It was released somewhere at some point, and I can remember seeing it going, it's the same height as me. He's not that short. Oh yeah, he's short, but he's the same height as me. Anyway, I love everything about his character. So when I saw that there was a 2-part OVA about Levi, I was like, yes please. And I went searching to try and find it everywhere, and I couldn't find, like, over here there's not really that much. Over here you can just get the big, like, you can get Attack on Titan season 1 on DVD, and you can get like Fairy Tail and 7 Deadly Sins. I've struggled to find the manga for that. You can get like the big ones over here, but I can't even find Tokyo Ghoul anywhere. So I had to go online searching, and there's a website called Right Stuff Anime, and stuff actually is spelt with 1 F. And when I looked at it, I thought, don't know if that's going to be any good, the website, but it was really, really good. So I bought this. Now this was a special edition that came out This one is number 18 and it comes with No Regrets Part 1 on DVD. No Regrets Part 1! So I'm so excited. It took so long to get here and it was £12 for just the delivery. But I was so happy to get it. Look how cool he looks though, he's so awesome. Stop shiny, there we go. And it comes with chapter 18. Which, I mean, I'm not at chapter 18 yet. Well, I've read the whole, like, I'm up to date with the manga. But it's on the, is it the Crunchyroll app? I don't know, it's on my phone. But there's an app, I think it's either Crunchyroll or Funimation, I can't remember which one. So I've read all the manga on that, but I want the books as well, so I've started collecting the books, but I've not got up to 18 on the books. Where does this book end? This is when they go back to Shiganshina, where the book ends. So yeah, that is just awesome. The fact that I've got the DVD, I'm so happy. That makes me happy. That makes me very happy actually. So yeah, so I got that. But Levi is so cool. It's cat, and I mean that's about his background, about where he comes from, and how he got to be in the Survey Corps and things like that, and a lot of exciting stuff in there. So I was really chuffed at that. The fact that I actually found it, and it was only like, I think it was only like £8 or something for the special edition thing, but it was like £12 for delivery. But it was coming from America, so yeah. So that's enough about Attack on Titan again. Oh yeah, I watched Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. I've not seen the original one, but I've seen Brotherhood, and I fucking loved it. It was so good. Although the ending to it was very anime, but it was so good. And oh, the girl dog still makes me sad. Another character that dies. I'm not going to mention the characters that die because I don't know how many of you have seen it, but oh, I was so sad when he died. And it was really good. I loved all the characters. I loved that Trina Nishamura was in it. I loved Ling. Ling was fantastic. I loved a lot of the characters actually. I loved the fact that J. Michael Tatum was in it because he is fantastic. I love J. Michael Tatum. I just think he's just awesome. He actually also voices Acnologia. He's going to be voicing well, he did voice Fairy Tail, sorry. he voiced the dragon Acnologia. You can't really hear it obviously because it's all like distorted and stuff like that. But later you see Acnologia, and it's got to be coming out next year, I think, the new Fairy Tail season. He, like Acnologia, you see him in his human form. That might be a spoiler. No, not really. But anyway, so I can't wait to actually hear him being Acnologia. But anyway, he was Scar in Full Metal Alchemist, and I just thought he was absolutely fantastic. He's just so cool. And I mean, it's not just that, it's the fact that he can play like a character like Scar, and then he can go into Tokyo Ghoul and play the potential paedophile. I mean, he would, like, I loved his character because he was just so flamboyant. I think his name was Shu? I can't remember what like his full name is. But he's just so flamboyant, and well, that's J. Michael Tatum, really. He's just so fabulous. It really is. He's so fabulous. But I mean, the fact is that he can do someone like Scar. He's a fantastic actor. He can do Scar, and he can do Shu, and it's just like, what? It's so cool. He's another one that I would be so excited. I'd be too nervous to even say a word if I met him because he's just so cool. Where was it? But yeah, so I watched that, and that was really good. So I do highly recommend that. If anybody wants to watch it, go watch Brotherhood. I'm still to watch the original one. I think it was 2004 that one came out. And I want to watch it too, but the reason I watched Brotherhood first is because it was closer to the manga. And I watched, there was a film as well that came out. That was freaking great as well, by the way. So I don't know how much we missed there. My phone does this thing where it can only record like half an hour at a time, so I do apologise, we've probably missed a little bit there. First of all, I'm sorry for how long this video is going on for. It's like over half an hour now, but I mean I was away for it, but anyway. But yeah, Rhodes, we had the holiday booked for over a year. I mean, literally I've been counting down days like since we booked it because I was so excited. I hadn't been away for 5 years, like away on holiday. I've had time off, of course, but I've not been away. and I love going on the plane. I love it. I love being at the airport as well before you go as well, because that's just so exciting too. So the night before, I was so excited. I could barely sleep because I was so excited. But I was going down to my mum's house early in the morning to get picked up to go to the airport. And we went to the airport, and I mean, it was so quick at the airport. We went and we had something to eat, and then we got our suitcases checked in and this, that. It was just fantastic. And I loved, we flew over the Alps. I've never seen the Alps. I've never like been over that area. I have actually. I flew over that way before, but like it was dark when we flew that way, so I didn't actually see the Alps. But I saw them this time, and it was just so exciting. I love this song. I'm sitting listening to the soundtrack for Attack on Titan, by the way. It's awesome. This is the song where the Levi squad die. Good song though. That's like my favourite episode. But anyway, Rhodes. Focus, Becca, focus. It was so hot over there. We went to a hotel called the Rhodes Horizon Hotel, which was absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I will go into the hotel in more detail in a second. But one of my favourite parts about going on holidays, see when you come off the plane and the heat just hits you because it's so hot. Well, the wind just hit me when I got off the plane because it was so windy. Where, like, the part of the island that we were at was the windiest part of the island, which I was kind of not looking forward to in a way, but at the same time I was really, really excited for it because, I mean, the Greek heat, you're sitting in 26 degrees but it feels like 36 degrees because of the way the heat is. It's so hot in the Greek Isles. But the wind made it so much nicer to sit. So, see this bit here? This bit right here is really, really annoying me. But I mean, I've been to Corfu, which was just gorgeous, and I heard that, you know, Rhodes, the lifestyle is a lot like what it's like in Corfu as well. I mean, when I went to Corfu, it wasn't at the bottom end of the island where it's just party central. No, I was at the top end of the island where it's just nice. Like, I mean, the apartments we stayed in had goats in the back garden. That's what it was like in Corfu. But in Rhodes we went to this big massive 4-star hotel. I've never been to a 4-star hotel before, by the way. That's not like the norm for me or anything. I actually had to save up so much money just to go. But it was all inclusive. And I mean, there's 2 buildings to this hotel. There's 3 swimming pools. There's a gym and everything. I never went to the gym, obviously. I don't go on holiday, I go in the gym. So when we were there, anyway, you get into the hotel and they give you a glass of Prosecco and a little gift, and the gift that we got was like olive oil soap. I mean, that was a big thing over there, like proper soap, and that was a nice wee little gift. And you got told to leave your suitcases at reception, and the bellboy will take them to the room. And you're like, oh my god, I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I've never been to like a 4-star hotel before. That was like weird for me. So and we went and got some food, and I mean the buffet. It was a buffet restaurant, and there was so much to the restaurant, but I mean there was only like one bit open just for us when we came in. So we went and we got some food, and it was all like proper Greek food as well. But to be honest, I was craving like pizza or steak pie or something like that when we got there, but it was like all Greek food, which again, it was really, really, really nice, but I was really wanting steak pie. But I mean that was fine. I mean, we got some food anyway. And then we went up to a room and the room was beautiful. It really was such a nice room. It's really, really modern. I mean, the bathroom had like, oh, it was just such a nice bathroom. The water was fine as well. Like, normally when you go on holiday, the showers are terrible. I mean, it's like, I don't know, bad. But the showers in the hotel were great. The water pressure was like good enough that you could actually get a proper wash instead of like your normal like holidays. But the room was lovely, and the only thing that was wrong with the room was the view that we had. I don't know if the building was across from us was either still getting built or if it was crumbling down. It was like, I wasn't too sure. There was a lot of graffiti in it as well. There was no windows in it. So that was a beautiful view. And on the balcony or veranda, whatever you want to call it, it was like a glass wall. Like it was just glass instead of like a wall or anything like that, so you could see right down. We were on the 5th floor. I am petrified of heights. Every time I walked out into the veranda, I had to like hold on to something because I was like, oh my god. I don't like heights, like at all. I'm terrified of heights. So that for me was a little bit, I could barely sit on the veranda for more than 5 minutes without getting too scared. I had to go back in. It was really quite windy on the veranda as well, which for me was good. Like, being a redhead, I'm really, really pale, I burn really easy, and I don't really like feeling the searing heat on my skin. So the wind for me was really, really, really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed having that breeze to cool me down. Sorry. Anyway, oh yeah, so on the Monday, I flew out on the Wednesday, and on the Monday before I got a cold. I got the cold before I went on holiday. I had the holiday booked for a whole fucking year, and I had to get sick 2 days before I went away. So the whole holiday I was choked with this cold. I was coughing, I was sniffing, I was sneezing. It was not good. But it was kind of also good because it was so hot, but I was like getting chills every now and again because I was so ill. But I was really, really, really tired, which I wasn't happy about. But anyway, so that was like a big downer for me, was the fact that I was so choked with the cold, and the fact that I was terrified of heights and I was on the 5th floor. I was like, oh. But just the hotel was amazing. I mean, I cannot find one thing to fault about the actual hotel. I mean, the height thing, that was me personally, and the building that was across the road was nothing to do with the hotel. There was 3 swimming pools. There was a tiny one that got hardly any sun. There was a massive big one where all the activities went on, like there was like pool Zumba and things like that, water Zumba, whatever you want to call it. But so that was like a really, really busy, quite active pool, and the pool that we sat at was nice and quiet. They had music playing, but it was really, really quiet in the background type of music. And I loved that pool. It was such a good pool. And there was a nice breeze as well at the pool. But where I liked to sit the most was at the beach. And I mean, it was gorgeous at the beach. Like, really, I mean, it was a beach. Beaches are always lovely. But you had to go like under, like there was an underpass, like the hotel's own part of the beach. You had to go down the underpass to sit in the hotel's own bit. I mean, you think underpass, like when you're in Glasgow and things like that, the underpasses are just like a no-go unless you have like 10 other people with you, because they're not very nice. Even in Falkirk, like there's some underpasses that I wouldn't go through by myself because they're just so dodgy. However, this was a beautiful underpass, and had all these little stones. I mean, there'll be a lot of photos that go up, by the way, on my Instagram and things, but they had these little stones that people were writing their names and messages on and stuff like that. And I done one for me and my mum, and I done one for Levi. But I'll tell you about Levi in a second. And I mean, that was such a nice touch as well. There was a bar down at the beach, there was toilets at the beach, there was a nice breeze at the beach, there was tons of sunbeds, but like, it got colder as you went down closer to the, no, not colder, it got windier, like the closer you got to the beach. Even from like where you started at the beach, where to get to the sea, it just got windier as you got down. So I liked being right at the sea, because you got the spray of the sea every now and again, which cooled you down, and like, well, it was windy as well, which for me was great. Actually, I got a bit burnt when I was there. Not too bad, it was just a little bit burnt, because I was wearing factor 50, because I know that, you know, I'm ginger and I need factor 50. But anyway, so I loved that, like really, really loved it. And the beach at night was gorgeous as well. I'll tell you about that in a minute as well. So the beach was great. I thoroughly enjoyed the beach. But the swimming pool was really, really nice. The pool was too cold for me to actually go in it. It's October, you know, there was going to be some cold parts to it, but yesterday it was like, the minimum during the day was like 25 degrees. It's not cold at all, especially when you're in the Greek Isles. It's actually got so dark in here now, hasn't it? But we only went out, like out one night, because the food was so nice in the hotel. We never actually ate out of the hotel apart from one day where we had lunch, and that's because we were far away from the hotel. I only had 2 breakfasts because there was so much drink going about that I was always too hungover to actually wake up on time in the morning for breakfast. But there was so much choice as well. I mean, there was a couple there that were complaining that they repeated some of the food. Like in the mornings, it was always, you always got like your hams and your cheese, and you got your like full English breakfast, like your bacon, eggs, beans and sausages and stuff like that. But there was also like Greek breakfast stuff, and there was so much for your breakfast. So, I mean, if you wanted to go down and have a bacon sandwich every single day, you can go down and have a bacon sandwich every single day. But, like at night for the dinners, they always had the same kind of little starters, but there was like so many starters that you, like, I hardly ever ate the same thing every single night. And at night they always had like in the evenings for your dinner, they had so many, there was like always a fish dish, there was always like 4 or 5 pasta dishes, there was always like a slab of meat, or like there's your steak or your pork chops, and there was always something. I mean, I never ate the same thing every single night, whereas, I mean, this couple were saying that, oh, it's bad because it's all the same, and it really, really wasn't at all. There was drink, so much drink. I'll get to the drink in a second as well, but we'll talk about that now. So we only went out one night, and we went to the sort of party street thing, which was dead when we were there, because, I mean, again, it was the very, very end of the season, so there wasn't that many people there. But, well, I'm saying it was dead, it wasn't actually dead, there was a few people there. But we first went into this wee sort of club type thing, and I paid €18 for 2 drinks. Well, 2 drinks each, which isn't actually, I mean, that's actually only $4.50 when you think about it, so it wasn't too bad. But when we were leaving, because my mum was getting all grumpy because apparently she thought that I was paying €18 for just 2 drinks, and that was it. But we got 2 drinks each and a free shot each, so when you actually think about it, it's not too bad. But we left because my mum was getting all grumpy, and we found this little bar called Captain Hook's Bar, which was a rock bar, and I'm right into my rock music. My mum's like, I grew up with AC/DC and Motorhead and all that sort of thing, and this bar played all this music, so we went in there and we had a great time. There's a guy, we call him Georgie, but that's not us. I think it was like Gregorios or something like that, we just call him Georgie. He was lovely, he was a really, really nice guy. He was like, I think he was the bar owner. And we sat there for ages just chatting to him, so that was really good. Again, photos will be going up on Instagram. So that was the only night we went out. We stayed in one night as well, just because, well, we had a bit of a fight on Sunday, so we stayed in on the Monday night just to chill and not drink so much. I sat and watched Fairy Tale on my phone because I had taken Attack on Titan, Blue Exorcist and Fairy Tale with me, mostly for the plane because it was 4.5 hours on the plane, and I needed something to watch, so I was sitting watching Fairy Tale on the Monday night. So it was only 2 nights that we actually weren't down at this one bar. It was called the Belvedere Bar, and it was, so that's like where the entertainment was. That, I mean, we watched an ABBA tribute, we watched that, it was a 50s to 60s tribute night, there was a Drifters tribute, and there was like quite a lot of stuff like that, and it was really, really, really good as well. I mean, there's your typical tribute holiday things, but they were so much fun as well. I got up and I was singing, there was a karaoke night as well. I was singing to ABBA, it was great as well. But, so the Belvedere Bar, it was busy. It was all, but we always managed to get a seat. A couple of times actually, there was like so many people standing up, but when we got there, there was, you know, someone just leaving. We're like, we'll just sit here. We managed to get a seat, which was great. But the bar staff were lovely. Most of the time it was a girl, a blonde girl, I can't remember what her name was, and the guy, Christos, who was a very, very handsome bartender, by the way, just saying, he was very handsome. And I got such a fright, there was something moving there, it was my cat, oh my god. But yeah, there were so many cocktails as well, like all inclusive. It's always like 3 or 4 cocktails. So during the day you could only get 3 or 4 cocktails. But at night there was a full list of cocktails that you could get, which was fantastic. I started drinking these things called Zombies, which was apricot liqueur, orange juice and dark rum. They were so tasty. But it was either Prosecco, because I mean I just took my little Prosecco glass up and said, fill me up please. And by the end of the holiday I didn't even have to ask, they just took my glass off me and had the bottle waiting and everything. He was great. But yeah, I love the Belvedere Bar. I mean, we're there 5 nights out of 7, because I mean, people were saying like, oh, you'll hate to take a lot of euros with you because you'll want to go out a couple of times and get food somewhere else, or you want to go out to a different bar and things like that. But when we were actually there, the food was amazing, and I mean, the entertainment in the bar was great, the staff were great, the drinks were great, so why So we spent most of the time there. I loved being at the beach at night, by the way. And see the waves at night, and it was freezing cold. Like really, at the beach at night is freezing cold. I thought, you know, well, it's Greece, so it's still going to be nice and warm at night, or no, just maybe no warm, but not cold. I was freezing, but I had like this strappy maxi dress on, and it was a thin maxi dress as well, because obviously I'm in Greece, well, Rhodes, and it was just freezing at night. But anyway, so that was, and like during the day there was so many snacks, and it was just fantastic. And I bought this guy a little donkey with I Love Rhodes on the side of him. He was only €6 and I saw him and was like, I want him so bad. He's got a little fluffy chest. And fluffy. It's good. So I got him. What else did I got? I got these playing cards with cats on them. See? That was actually one thing that I didn't like about Rhodes in general, was the amount of stray cats. Because of course I've got my babies here. And I'm a big cat person. I love cats, like, completely. Whereas over there's a lot of stray cats. There was actually a big ginger cat with 3 kittens that was just beside the hotel, and I mean everyone was taking food out for the cats, but they were so skinny as well, and I felt so sorry for them. That was one thing that I didn't like, was the amount of stray cats, because I was just, it made me a bit sad thinking about like all these cats that just don't have anywhere to go. But I mean that was, out of everything that was there, that was like the one down point. Oh, I went to the old town as well, which was gorgeous. We took a walk along to the harbour one day, which was a great walk, really nice walk. And we took a big walk up to the old town. We visited the Palace of the Grand Master, which had so much just ancient Greek stuff in it. I mean, there was stuff from thousands and thousands of years ago, and it was really cool. I mean, I love like all the sort of historical things and things. I like all that, especially the sort of ancient Greek. That's just interesting to me. So that was really cool, seeing all that. And the old town just in general was just gorgeous. Like, it was just really nice. And when we left the hotel and we walked up there, it was about half an hour walk, and we were in the Palace of the Grand Master for about maybe 45 minutes. And then when we got out, I was like, I am dying for a pee. I was desperate for the toilet. So, and I mean, we were in the middle of Rhodes Old Town, we were thinking, you know, we'll find a bar everywhere, you know. No. There was hardly any. The street that we were on, it was a big long street going down a hill. There was like no bars. We found one, and we're like, right, first one, let's go in. I need to pee, let's go. And we got in there, and I mean, it was like, the old town was all hustle and bustle. There were so many people there, and it was so busy. And we were just jumped into this wee bar, and it was gorgeous. It was called the Secret Garden, and it really was. I mean, it was quiet. You couldn't hear anything from the streets, and oh, it was just lovely. Like, and it was just, where we were sitting, I had a tuna salad and a 7-Up and a pee because I was desperate. But we sat there, and it was cheap as well. You would expect like middle of the old town it would be quite expensive, but it really wasn't. It was really nice. So yeah, I'll take you to Levi. When we were at the airport flying out, I had taken Levi with me because I like to take something like this with me. I know it sounds like such a childish thing, but see, at night I like to hold something, even just hold at night, especially when I'm not in the house. I think I'm so used to now sleeping, cuddling my cats, that I like to cuddle something when I'm in my bed. So I always take something like that with me. So I took Levi, and when we were in the airport, he wouldn't fit in my suitcase, so he went in my backpack. When we were at the airport, I put him up against the wine glass, because you know you've got your typical wine glass photo when you're at the airport. So I put him up against the wine glass. And I messaged my sister. I sent it to my sister because she loves Levi too, and I just messaged her saying hashtag Levi on tour. So Levi came everywhere with me when I was over in Rhodes, and there was I started a hashtag called hashtag Levi on tour. You can go into Instagram or Twitter and you can see the hashtag Levi on tour, and he came everywhere with me, and he got pictures in the airport with the plane. Actually I took one when we were on the flight bit, it was like, you couldn't actually, it's all blurry, you couldn't actually see it. He came to the old town, he came to the harbour, he came to the pool, to the beach, everywhere. The best thing about it though was the last day of well, not the last day, it was like, because we left on the Wednesday night, so on the Tuesday was our last like full day. I left him upstairs because I was like, well, I'm just going down to the pool, I'm not actually going to take him anywhere, so I went down to the pool, and when I came back up, the maid had actually tucked him into bed, so he was sitting with the duvet like here, tucked into bed, as if he was going to sleep. It was so cute. The maids were lovely, or the cleaning staff, I hate calling them maids, but yeah, but she had tucked him in. And I mean, they were so nice and friendly as well. There was one day, it was actually the Wednesday that we were there, I had went up the stairs to just like pack a couple of things, and the maid came in whilst I was in the room. Excuse me, 2 seconds. Thirsty as anything. Probably because I've talked for like 45 minutes. Sorry it's so long. But yeah, so she came in, and I says, well, it's fine, because she was going to come in and clean the room, so I was like, right, well, I'll go out and let her clean the room. I was like, no, you just sit, I'll be fine, it's okay. I was like, no, I'm going downstairs, sorry. I just ran out the room, I'm so sorry. And there was a card key per room, and I had the card key, and that was it. But I had left it like this because I was in such a hurry to get out of the room so that she could just, you know, go about and do her thing. I hate sitting watching someone clean, I really do, because I just want to help them. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just ran out of the room and left the card key, and she came running after me going, you forgot your key! Sorry! And it was really, really, really nice anyway. But I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed myself. Apart from the fallout with my mum, that really, really did put a big damper on the holiday. But no, so I got a little bit of a tan. I mean, you can't really see it because it's so, like, the camera just doesn't pick it up. But I mean, I'm usually like sheet white, like paper white. I'm just so pale. You can like read me like a road map because you can see all my blue, like all my veins. They look blue because I'm so pale. But I'm not bad. All my freckles are like joining up and everything. I just had such a good time. Even after my mum fell out, I went away and like she went to the beach and I stayed in the hotel. And I had a really, really good day that day, just sitting by myself. And as I said, we did go to the old town after we had fallen out. It was a bit tense, but we still had a good time. And I got some Levi on tour photos. When we were actually in the Palace of the Grand Master, they had these ancient Greek statues. And I was like, I really, really want to put Levi beside it, because I mean, to like how it was, they would have been like Titan sized, really. And I was like, oh, I really, really want to put Levi on them, but I think it's going to be really, really disrespectful. So I was like, I waited till no one was watching, I put him on, took a photo, and took him back off again. I didn't put him anywhere else in there because it really would have been quite disrespectful. The fact that they were so old as well, all the statues and things like that, I thought I don't really want to do that and completely disrespect them. But I thought I just had to, because it was just, they were so tight. They were like Titan size compared to him. What else can I tell you about? But no, the hotel was just amazing. It was such a nice hotel, and I would go back like that. I would go back tomorrow if I could. I wouldn't even be back yet if it was possible. But I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, it was expensive for me because I mean I've not got that much money anyway. But it was like £600 for the week all inclusive. I mean, that was really. It's actually not too bad, especially because it was a 4-star hotel. But I couldn't really afford to stay any longer than that. Quite honestly, for the 10 days, it was only, I think it was going to be like £700. So it was an extra £100 for a couple of days. Which I would have quite liked to stay a wee bit longer, but unfortunately. Oh look, my cat's sitting sleeping. Oh yeah, so the flight back, I'll tell you about that quickly. It was horrendous. I mean, like, when we left, it was 7 o'clock at night when we actually left, which in UK time would have been 5 o'clock, because I think, yeah, our flight was at 5 to 10, it was a bit late though because of the winds and stuff, excuse me, but we got on, when we were actually at the airport, we saw this family, they had 2 kids, both of them having temper tantrums. I mean, it was late, so they must have been tired as it was anyway. But there was another family as well who had a baby that was having a temper tantrum. And I was like, please tell me they're not on our flight. Please. Of course, they were on our flight. Now, I'm not a massive fan of kids. I like, kids are kids. And I'm like, they're like, oh, cute, right, here, have a back. But I'm not a massive fan of kids. Not personally, anyway. So when I saw that there was 3 screaming, temper tantrum, shouting at the top of their lungs kids on the plane, I was like, fuck. The whole way, 4.5 hours, there was a screaming child. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't get, like, I had Fairy Tale playing on my phone, but I couldn't concentrate on it because these bloody kids were screaming. So I couldn't sleep, I was tired myself. I had only had, that was like the night before is the night that I went to the beach, so I had only had like 3 hours. I didn't get home till 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I only had like 3 hours sleep. And I was so freaking tired. So, yeah, not great. It's my own fault for being out so late, to be honest. Well, actually, it's not my fault, but anyway. But I was just shattered because, like, by the time that we got back here, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, which for Greek time is 4 o'clock in the morning. So I was, like, by the time we got back, I had been awake for so freaking long, nearly 24 hours. I was just shattered, like really, really shattered. And that was only on like 3 hours of sleep. So no, not good at all. But we got back, we went to McDonald's because I really wanted a burger. So I got McDonald's and came home, and my cats had missed me so much, and I was actually shocked at how much they had missed me. I couldn't believe it. But I went to sleep like that, out like a light. I was so tired because by the time that I actually got home, it was like, it would have been like Greek time, 5:30 in the morning. And so I just went straight to my bed. I mean, I barely even, I took the dress off that I travelled in, I took it off, put my jammies on, and that was it. Sleep. So yeah, it was really, really, really good. So I had a fantastic time. But I'm going to end the video here because I am still tired. I had about 9 hours of sleep. So I mean, it's actually a decent sleep, but I'm just knackered. So I'm going to get away just now. I'll put a video up at the end of the month and let you know what I've done for this month. Probably more geeky stuff, more than likely. But anyway, so it's been nice talking to you guys again. I'm sorry this video went on for so long, but I just had so much to talk about. So I'll speak to you again at the end of the month, probably the 28th. I will speak to you then. Oh, 28th or 29th. That's a Saturday or Sunday. Either day. But anyway, it's been great talking to you again, and I hope you've had a fantastic month, and I hope you have a really, really good month coming up. And I will see you all shortly. If you liked the video, hit the like button below and subscribe for more, and I will see you all guys on the 28th or 29th. Bye! So I was trying to find this pole dancing Levi, but I couldn't find it for what I was searching. So I was like, okay, so like pole dancing, sexy Levi Ackerman. And oh my god, stop with what you're doing, guys. I just